Okay, so we've got everything put inside the car here. Before we take it out and kind of give a little initial test, make sure everything kind of jives, let's go over exactly what we did and if we had any issues doing so. As you can see, we've got our dual Max 10 3200 kV motors, our dual Max 10 120 amp ESCs. We're running on one receiver. We're wiring off the receiver signal to both ESCs separately. One signal from the transmitter. Basically, the transmitter thinks there's just one ESC and one motor. You definitely want to make sure you're wired correctly, because if you swap one of these on accident, one of these is going to run backwards. I'm sure the spur gear is going to go, unless you went gung-ho and put a metal spur gear in there too, which then you're going to start ruining some stuff. So if you end up doing something crazy like this, make sure you pay attention to which direction your motors are going. As far as this was easy to check, basically just turn one of them on. You can see my on-offs here side by side. Turn one of them on, kind of give it a little kick. It'll show you which direction it's moving. Turn that off, turn the other side on. Check the other side for the same kick. You're good to go. So this is everything inside here. You know, I've got my Radiolink R6FG receiver here running through this little pink tube that I've got glued inside a little hole that I installed here earlier today. Just a little tiny bit of Gorilla Glue and, you know, good to go. Very simple install. Running these two batteries right here. These are just these little cheapy batteries that I got on Amazon. I don't know, I didn't pay too much for them, but I got a pair of these. They're 5200 mAh. These are 60C batteries, 3S. The ESC in here can handle up to a 4S. The motor is supposed to handle up to a 3S. Well, you know, if it doesn't get super hot on 3S, we start jacking this thing up in the gearing, yeah, we're going to try 4S. Of course, these have a really cool thermal shutdown in them. See what this really cool little cord is going into the back of each of the motors. These go into each one of the ESCs, and it'll automatically thermal shut down for you. You don't have to worry about it. And if you have these hooked up, I guess it's guaranteed through Hobbywing. One of the things I wanted to make sure that I did when I installed these is for one of them to say Hobbywing at the top and the other one to say the 3200 kV motor. I just thought that was a really cool look, and it just so happened to dump the wires off opposite directions, so I kind of gave each set kind of a little, you know, kind of a little twist into each of the respective ESCs. I think the install came out super clean. As far as, you know, steering servos go, those are stock steering servos from when I got it before. There's really no reason to upgrade those until they burn out. What took a lot of time doing all this install was getting these IC5 plugs on. They're gorgeous when they're done. When these are finished up, they're beautiful plugs. And when I went up to Denny at Smoky Mountain Hobbies, Andrews, North Carolina, I told him, I said, I got two Max 10s, I got XT90 plugs in there, and I don't have any XT90 plugs. I said, you know, do you have any? He said, I do not. He said, but I do have IC5s, and IC5s will in fact fit nice into an XT90 plug, as you can see here. And I'm telling you, it's super secure, but it just comes right out. I love the fit. I can't wait to get it out there and see what kind of power delivery we have. As far as more speed, remember, when we get this out in just a few minutes and you see how fast this truck goes, keep a few things in mind. Number one, we went downsize in the wheels as far as diameter. Now, you know, the larger the diameter, the faster you're going to go, as long as you got a motor that can push the car, you know, to the motor's top speed. These, as you can see, are way bigger than these. So we are automatically going to take a hit in top end speed just for the wheels alone. However, these weigh almost 400 grams each. These weigh just under 300 grams each, losing 100 grams per wheel. So these are going to be a lot easier to spin around in circles as opposed to these. Now, why did I get out of these? Well, first of all, they're not a street tire. Number two, these were never meant to go over 25 miles an hour. Number three, these are not balanced. I took these with the little Surpass Hobby ESCs and motors we had in here, did one of these, and that's not good for anything in here. And I'll tell you, things are starting to get worn out just on the Emax alone. One of the things I'm going to have to replace, if you can see here, this wheel, nice and stiff. It's in there good. This wheel here, not so much. There's a lot of play in my little driving cup, my wheel cup here. So I'm going to go ahead and get 4 of those sent to the house and go ahead and replace them all. But as far as like parts that need to be replaced, that's it. Everything else is rock solid in this vehicle. But like I said, as far as more speed goes, we can get it from plenty of places, and some of them pretty cheap. Right now, I've got a 69-tooth spur gear in here and twin 20-tooth pinion gears. The sky's the limit when it comes to gearing in this truck. Already, once I go out and see what we can do with this setup right here, I'm going to bring it right back to the house, and we're going to go ahead and throw a 62-tooth spur gear with these twin 20s. That should give us quite a bit more speed. I will say this, I would almost guarantee, even though we went down on wheel size, that this setup and teeth, I think I had twin 21s in the other Surpass Hobby setup in here. We got twin 20s, same spur gear, but this is quite a bit more motor and ESC. It's smoother power delivery. We're not using not even a tenth of what this motor and ESC can do. It's going to really push this truck, I think, quite a bit faster than our fastest in our old setup. So, guys, let's get this out on the concrete, do a couple laps, see what you can do. But before we head outside, one more thing. If you think dual brushless E-Max is cool, I've got a brand new friend who I met on YouTube. He's got a dual brushless, completely custom, one-off build SCX24. I'll have a link in the description below. It's my buddy JJ, also known as Jay Jucker. This is his YouTube channel. Like I said, link in the description below. If you think this is cool, you're definitely going to want to check out his channel. Throw him a sub, maybe even a like or two. You definitely want to check him out. Let's get outside, let's throw this thing on the concrete, see what you can do. Unbelievable. Oh, I am very excited. Well, we can definitely say that it is quite a bit faster than it was with the other brushless systems in it. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Let's see here. Batteries are room temperature, so they're fine. ESCs are, I don't know, I guess lukewarm. Motors are no warmer than they were when we ran this last time. It's lukewarm. Everything's lukewarm. Feed me more power, please. Destroy my gear ratios. I want more now. Abuse me is all this is telling me right now. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna play around a little bit out here and kind of run this thing because it's a lot of fun.